talking about the controversies that the judgment, addressed, and how well it settles, or to what extent it settles, the key issues that formed the three petitions. What do you make of it? The dust is yet to settle, especially now that the major opposition parties have said they will go on to appeal. But, from an observer angle, and we assure you, you followed, the more than 12-hour judgment. What do you have to say about, the reactions from lawyers and even non-lawyers to that judgment?
Well, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal has done a wonderful job. And as the judgments have deepened our democracy. The comment of people, as far as I'm concerned, everybody is entitled to his opinion. But the issue is this. The judgments have come to stay. Because the judgments were so deep and touched on virtually all the areas that agitated the minds of the people. However, the justices of the tribunal are human. So the judgment cannot be perfect. However, if the judgment is not perfect, the parties have the constitutional right to ventilate their grievances into the serenity of the Supreme Court, which I am of the opinion that a lot, about if not all of them, have started the process. So, if that is the case, all we need to do is, having submitted to the jurisdiction of the court, is to be patient until and except and unless the Supreme Court has given a verdict one way or the other. So whatever the opinions of people might be, as far as I'm concerned, the judgments have come to stay, except the Supreme Court set them aside. Those judgments, to my mind, are fantastic. They are good judgments. Because the three judgments have settled virtually all the issues that we have been debating in the electoral atmosphere, as per the issue of the electoral jurisprudence. So as far as this matter is concerned, the victory of President Tinubu has been settled. And the president today should settle down to address the issues, the problems that are confronting Nigerians.
Right. Leonard C., I would like to do a follow-up on what you said as regards the fact that the judgments are very interesting, looking at what your description of the judgment. But then you said that the judges are not perfect. So is that to say that there were some, maybe some things that you noticed in the delivering of their judgment? Because some critics had said the judges sound as though they were speaking for the APC and INEC, and they were taking sides. Is that the point you're trying to make, or could you clarify on what you meant by that?
What I meant is clear. We are all human beings, including the judges. So if there are errors, one or two errors in the judgment, it's understandable. But the question is, if there are errors, are they substantial enough to upturn the judgments on appeal? To my mind, I would say no. For instance, the issue of the FCT, I think that is clear. FCT does not have the status of a super state to warrant the court saying that except you have 25% in FCT, you cannot be declared if you have made the constitutional requirements in other states. So that cannot be, that's not wavering. That cannot be touched. Then on the issue of proof, the petitioners have approached the tribunal to say, there were election malpractices or non-compliance with the provision of the Electoral Act. The body is on them to prove so. So if they have not proved, based on the evidence before the tribunal, then the tribunal was right to hold so. Now, on the issue of who had the majority of the votes lawfully cast, again, if the petitioner were alleging that, oh, the President Tinubu did not have it, they had a body to prove how they should be preferred to President Tinubu. Did they have the highest vote cast in the election? If they did not have, then the election was right. Now, the other area I'm thinking about is this. On the issue of point of law, for instance, on the issue of transmission to IRF, or whether whether INEC can rely on their manual, while conducting election. Now, in that area, the Supreme Court has said that the manual of INEC form part of the law. So if INEC has violated their own manual, if the provision as to transmission of election results to IRF was not followed by INEC, which provision was contained in their manual, now the issue has to be resolved at the Supreme Court. Whether that will be the non-transmission of election petition from the polling unit to IRF will constitute a substantial breach of the provision of the Electoral Act or the manual, because it is not contained in the Electoral Act. And if that will be enough to set aside the judgment of the tribunal, that is left for the Supreme Court to decide. So that's why I said that there will be one or two areas where, great areas, where you need to resolve at the Supreme Court.